Oh, I got a little heart attack here, man. We're gonna catch a little bit of air, you guys, so hang on.
When you are going on an off-road adventure, there are two things you need: a good vehicle and a good friend.
This is my good friend Dan from Auto Trader, and we're here to check out the new Ford Expedition. Yeah, not everybody needs a full-size body-on-frame SUV, but for 2025, this thing has got so many features, probably more features now than tattoos you have on your arm.
Absolutely, but it's also got more capability. There used to be an Expedition Timberline. Ford has kind of upped its game with the Tremor treatment that you used to be able to get on the F-150. Well, it's here on this Expedition. I'm really excited about it. I know you are too, so what do you think?
Let's do it. For 2025, Ford really listened to their customers and the families who use their vehicle not just to get from point A to B, but as a command center for everyday life. From the bold front fascia to the refined lighting elements and new wheels, the Expedition looks fresh, it's confident, and it looks capable. Speaking of capable, check this out. New zone lighting. It transforms your Expedition into the centerpiece for any nighttime adventures you may have, whether you're camping, tailgating, or just packing up after sunset. And the nice thing, you can control whatever zone you want to light up or turn off. Check out this new tailgate lighting. Not only does it illuminate the covered rear space, but it's adjustable so you can direct that beam exactly where you need it. Whether you're unloading gear or setting up for dinner, you are not fumbling in the dark whatsoever. This next feature really caught my eye, and it's one of my favorite upgrades. So for the back of the Expedition, there are some big changes, very practical features. First off, you now have a different power tailgate. It is a split clamshell design, kind of like a BMW X3 maybe. And the advantage of this, when it's closed, you can have items in here in storage like footballs, melons, things like that, and they're not going to roll out once you open the tailgate. And that's really important for me because I park up on a hill in my driveway. But there is more. There is this shelf here. Now this is an optional accessory, but look at this. We have legs. Now, we have a table. Think about this. You could put a stove here. You could put an LCD TV for tailgating. You know what? Look at this. You want to put a barbecue? You could put a barbecue up here if you wanted to, or use this up for a prep area while you're camping. Really, really handy. 35-pound capacity, but wait, there is more. Fold that up, let that drop down. Now it turns into a seat mode. So you have a seat back. 500-pound capacity for this rear tailgate. This is great. There's even room for your drinks here. So they really have thought about how people spend their time in their Expedition. And people spend a lot of time in their vehicle, and you gotta make it comfortable and useful. Hit that button, up it goes, you're off to the races. Okay, we have hopped in now, and we're gonna see what's new here, but another new thing, right in the passenger seat, another new guest reviewer. This is James from Car Question. This whole video is all about cameos of other YouTubers on
about
here.
your friends.
Yes, we're all good friends. Make sure to support all these channels that I'm gonna put down in the video description. And we're hands-free right now in the Expedition. This is Blue Cruise, of course, and most people know what that is. It's like a semi-autonomous system. It's gonna drive by itself. This is the latest version, meaning, it's smoother. Also, if there are big trucks beside you, it'll even move over a little bit. And of course, it even has like auto lane change. If I just click that, we also have cameras that are coming up in the display as well, showing our blind spot, by the way. On the inside, we'll start off, lots of changes on here, right away. New screens, right? What do we have?
Yes, it's a 24-inch screen for the cluster. It's pretty close to what we have in the Lincoln Nautilus. It's just split it in half.
Yep.
We have a big empty space in front of me. I don't know what we'll do with that.
It's so deep there, right?
Yeah, really deep. And we have also a 13.2-inch multimedia system. The digital experience of Ford is pretty good right now. And I'm not sure about that steering wheel, but it gives a great view of the cluster.
It does. It's a squared off steering wheel. It's very minimalistic. So they have the buttons are kind of just like virtual buttons on here. And when you touch it, it shows what things you can select from around the middle button on your 24-inch cluster there. After you get used to it, it's not bad. And you even use that to actually adjust your steering wheel on this one for the power wheel.
And that feels weird because you have to look for the right button. You can also adjust the pedals. And yeah, once it's done, you don't touch it again.
Yeah, it's you're seeing it more and more now. Like, even on the Volvos, of course Tesla has that. But we have the latest sync system, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Also uses a Google system, so you can ask Google to do some of your tasks, like adjust your temperature, for instance. Very comfortable though. Like, it really, really is. You ride up nice and high. The visibility has always been good in the Expedition, and this is no different at all. This center console though, this is cool. It's power, so you can move it up to 8 inches back. So you can put your purse or something like that in the front there.
But you know what? This vehicle has a pretty useful interior. There's many features in there that makes it different from all of the competitors, because Ford has always put a little bit more effort to make sure that their vehicle is the more practical it can be. So if you look at the center console, there's 2 holes on each side to make sure you can fix long stuff that you bring with you on camping, for example. And that's the kind of detail that we like about Ford, and we like about how they make their vehicle practical.
Okay, well, it just gives a little bit of a warning, because we're on this kind of like this interchange here, and there's really no lane markings out here at all. I'm actually surprised that it's actually stayed on with it, because there's barely any markings here. But yeah, we're just going to continue on there. Yes, so Ford has really listened to their customer. Not even their customers, even customers from other brands. They've listened of what people want in their Expedition, right? Because most people that are buying this or are on the market for this, they're families. So you need room for all your people. You need room for your cargo. So they've thought about that very well. We talked about like those cool features, like in the back, that new split tailgate and that accessory table, which is awesome. But also even that third row, they've changed it. So now it's a 40-20-40 split. You can actually fold that middle down. Yep. Right? So you can put longer items down there. So just different ways to configure how you're going to use your Expedition. So when you have families, you're going to go on road trips, you want something comfortable, you want something with lots of room for all your gear, and what else?
You want entertainment for the kids.
Absolutely, not just for the kids, you want entertainment for everyone, because everyone's connected nowadays. So they have a new digital experience. You can sign up for a subscription to get Wi-Fi hotspot, up to 10 devices connected at the same time. There are more USB charging ports on here than there are seats even. So lots of charging. And another option you can get, I think it's very cool. In behind the front seats, you can get a device holder, and it's integrated right into the seat, which will hold any tablet or phone, vertical or horizontal. You can watch your Netflix, or scroll your TikTok, have your own headphones on, and you don't even have to pay a lot for an expensive entertainment system. Let's talk about the ride first of all, before we talk about what's powering this. The ride is very smooth. They've revamped all the suspension. This has a new front frame. All the different mounting points have been reinforced now. I don't know, just first of all, everyone listen how quiet it is in here.
We don't hear a thing.
Yes, right? We don't hear any kids crying or anything either. Okay, but it is really, really quiet. And when the ride though, they have refined the ride so well. I'm surprised that it's actually even an SUV based on a truck platform.
Yes, I agree, but it still feels like a boat because it's a big vehicle. If you want a comfortable vehicle of that size also, you want it to be soft. So yes, it feels like a boat. It has some movement when you brake, when you accelerate, but it's so comfortable. You just enjoy the ride and don't care about anything at all, any potholes, any whatever, you won't feel it.
And the capabilities of this, once again, you have families. You're not going to buy this, for a small family that don't need to pull or need to haul stuff, right? This is made, to haul a lot of things, got a lot of payload capacity as well as towing capacity as well. So it's also been increased from 9,300 to 9,600 pounds for max tow capacity, but be aware, depending on what trim level you get, that can vary because the weight of the vehicle. But if you're also trailering, hey, the Pro Trailer Assist, I'm just gonna touch on it really quick. It's not new to Ford, it's been on Fords for a long time, where you can just go and just use that dial and just steer where you wanna go, and it's going to do it all for you. But also the Pro Trailer Hitch Assist. That is the thing that I think is the game changer. If you find yourself often going and hooking up a trailer by yourself, which a lot of people do, whether it's a travel trailer or maybe, in my case, a horse trailer, you can actually hook that up, use that assist feature, and it just does it all for you. It is unbelievable. Like crazy, crazy, crazy. So what do we have powering this?
It's a 3.5, a twin turbo EcoBoost, 400 horsepower for the low output, if you want to call it that way, 440 horsepower for the high output, and for the torque, we talk about between 480 and 510 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah, and that's going through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, us Canadians, we do not have a 4x2 option. No two-wheel drive available, only 4x4 option, which is fine because that's normally the main take rate in Canada for any all-wheel drive type of vehicles. I do really commend Ford for really listening to their customers and potential customers and creating a better day-to-day experience. Sure, every vehicle is going to tow, every iteration of a vehicle is going to tow better. Like even this one will tow better, will have better capabilities, everything's gonna have more power, but day to day, whether we talk about tables or hooks or things like the moving console, these things really do make more of a difference for people's day-to-day experience. All right, so as much as it's cool to do this review hands-free, enjoying myself with these ventilated seats and listening to the Bang & Olufsen audio system, I think it's time to get dirty.
Yeah, that's what we like. Let's put your name on one of the skid plates.
Not every family adventure ends at a theme park or beach resort. This is the first ever Ford Expedition Tremor, and it's built for families who take the road less paved. This is the most off-road capable Expedition ever. Ford took everything that makes the Expedition great for everyday family life and gave it the hardware to go way beyond the pavement. Remember, this is a full-size 3-row SUV. With a best-in-class 10.6 inches of ground clearance, a retuned suspension, and aggressive 33-inch all-terrain tires, the Tremor is ready to get dirty without compromising on comfort. Let's face it, this Tremor will still be on the pavement most of the time performing its family duties. Other goodies, you get 4 standard skid plates protecting all the vitals and 1 optional one. Plus you get Raptor-inspired running boards and integrated off-road lighting hidden behind the grille for nighttime trail runs. Powering the Tremor, the high-output 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6, giving you 440 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. Translation, you've got the grunt to back up the gear. So this has a couple inches more ground clearance, and this is really handy because we got some big boulders here. We little hit there, but that's okay. We have some pretty decent underbody protection in terms of skid plates. Ford didn't stop there. The Tremor gets a full suite of off-road tech, including rock crawl mode, trail turn assist, which we first saw on the new Bronco.
And a dragon.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it'll reduce your turns on trails and help you make these tight turns.
And even trail one pedal drive for smoother low speed control. All right, so we're going over these articulating, kind of like big articulating bumps here. And we're gonna try it without, I turned the e-locker off since this is equipped with it. And we're getting some spinning here.
So you can see how difficult it is.
Okay.
So now if we activate the e-locker.
E-locker, just one press right there. You can see that's locked on. We're still at 4 high. Okay, now let's see what the difference is now.
So you can really feel that difference of traction.
Oh, way different, way different. Ooh. Whether it's camping off-grid, hauling toys to remote lakes, or just getting out there with the kids, the Expedition Tremor is for families who do more than just carpool. This isn't just a trim, it's a statement. The 2025 Expedition Tremor is ready for when adventure calls. All right, we have Dan back. He did his own thing, of course. Make sure to check his stuff out on Auto Trader. Check out my stuff more, though.
I mean, fair. Here's my thing. I really like it. I like the capability. I like the space. I like the way it drives. I don't like how expensive it is.
Yeah, well, just like anything in life, it is not inexpensive by any means. You know, when you get into that King Ranch, you're looking at about around 110,000 Canadian dollars, that is, but you're getting a lot of vehicle and a lot of capability.
Absolutely, and again, a lot of space. Like you said, a lot of amenities. Some of the stuff that stands out to me, that power sliding center console,
yep.
I really like that. I do like the digital experience inside. I think it fits well with this vehicle. Again, I'm just hung up on the price, especially this one, 107 grand or so in Canada for the Tremor. That's a lot of money for this off-road edition.
But you know, for me, I like some of the more simpler things. That accessory table, it's a simple thing, but I can see using that a lot. I like the split clamshell design now. And yes, I mentioned that not everyone needs a full-size 3-row SUV, but you know, people have trailers, they have boats, they tow with them with that Pro Trailer Assist and that hitch assist, game changer right there. And that's not just exclusive just to Expedition throughout the Ford lineup, but I think they've done a very good job. And there are people that are in the market for this vehicle, and I think this one should not be looked over.
Absolutely. Well, Brian, I appreciate you having me, man.
All right, till next time, ciao. Like always, if you enjoyed this video or any content on the channel, I have a lot of videos and not just automotive. We have tech, outdoor equipment, including robotic lawnmowers and snow blowers, and even travel, so something for everyone. I would really appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button. It's completely free, and it allows me to continue creating more content like this for you. Hope to see you on the next video. Bye.